We've got the Elumelu capitalism man himself.
Mr. Tony Elumelu, please. I won't reintroduce you other than to say just fantastic that you were elected as one of the most 100 influential people in the world by Time Magazine last year. We're really looking forward to listening to you. In theory, you have 4 minutes, but in reality, you have as long as you want.
Okay, well, thanks so much. And let me congratulate and commend BPE for this wonderful platform. Let me also say to our dear Vice President, that is opening remarks were very insightful as usual. I have listened to everyone. I think I bring my perspective as an investor in the Nigerian business environment. I'm asked to speak on business environment prospects and challenges. I would like to take you on a very brief, even though we have 4 minutes, journey of my investment experience in Nigeria. And through that process, maybe draw some inferences that help to validate the prospects or speak about the challenges. And then we'll conclude with some key things I believe we should do more to catalyze further investment in our country. I think that first, we have been investing for quite some time in key sectors. We are investors in the financials, our group, SOD's group, are investors in the financial services space. I'm happy or privileged to be the group chairman of United Bank of Africa, which is a business that was catalyzed in Nigeria in our investment environment, catalyzed here, and today operates in 20 African countries, serving over 25 million customers with over 1,000 branches across Africa, with presence in London, Paris, and the only money-taking African bank in the United States of America. So if Nigerian investment environment was not hospitable, good, and supportive, we will not be where we are today. We also have investment in power, which the last speakers have spoken strongly about. I think in the words of the Governor of Central Bank, power is extremely catalytic. It's one sector that is critical that will help to drive our development. We are happy that we invested in this sector, and our returns on investment, and I say this to many people, there's nowhere else you get the kind of returns on investment that you get in Nigeria, especially in some of these critical sectors like power. In 2013, we invested in the power sector, our first investment. At the end of that year, we paid dividend, and an investor that had 1% of our shares then earned about 80 million naira dividend. First year investment in the power sector is unheard of. So we do see opportunities here. We do have high returns on investment. We just invested in the Afan power plant, another close to 1,000 megawatts of electric generation capacity. And we've been able in the past few months, took over I think November, we'll be able to increase production by 241% generation. This is the kind of experience we have investing in Nigeria. I invested in the hospitality and real estate sector. Is doing quite well. Occupancy in the iconic Transcorp Hilton Hotel has last week was over 100%. We were at Abuja to launch Aura, the digital platform for accommodation, experiences, and good life, food and co. And it was quite difficult for some of my colleagues to even get their space on the property. That is the kind of investment experience we have in Nigeria. And we also invested in oil and gas sector. I heard GMD Carey talked about gas as the next frontier. We agree with him. Our investment in the oil and gas sector is so far so very good. We do have challenges, which I'll speak quickly about here, so that we can all nip this together. But from this, you can see that returns on investment is high, and opportunities are there for serious-minded investors who don't only see the negative side, but investors who see opportunities to make to invest in Nigeria. On the challenges, my investment experience in Nigeria, I think there are two things I've experienced. One was when we tried to make our first foray into the oil and gas sector. We suffered. We raised $2.5 billion, and at some point, we didn't get all the authorization that we need. So my advice, and we lost quite a lot of money because we had to return this money to investors that invested enough. My advice is on this is, we need to depersonalize investment opportunities and focus on the catalytic impact some of these investments will make for the country. That is how we should be thinking going forward. We did we do have, still in the oil and gas space, theft, serious security issue. The oil theft is very, very high and rare. I shared these statistics with you. We have two crude transportation pipelines in the Niger Delta area, the NCTL and the TMP lines. To date, 4 months to the year, and 4 months to this year, January to end of April, oil theft, accounted for we have lost. The country is, both operators and our JV partners, 206 billion naira in theft. Average monthly theft is about 52 billion a month, 2 billion naira a month. If we project it to the end of year, 12 months, it will be about 620 billion lost to theft. So, and of this figure, NIPC has almost 400 billion, and the rest about 200 billion. So my point is we just need to fix this security issue. It's a way also of encouraging investment. It's something we need to do. The second thing I want to talk about, challenges on business to business in here is issue of the health sector. One of our speakers, I think one of the directors in BPE spoke about the health infrastructure development project. And I said to myself, listening to him, that yes, there's a limit to all of this if we don't fix the demand side. If you fix the supply side and you don't deal with this on the demand side, we won't make much progress. So I use this opportunity, we have policymakers here, to urge everyone, let us revisit the National Health Insurance Scheme. Only 5% of our people, less than 5% of our people, 200 million people, have access to health insurance in Nigeria. Just an enactment, a law, an act, will correct this. And we'll just change may to shall, and then we'll see this change. And this is what will lead to effective demand in healthcare delivery. So that even if you have infrastructure, but the demand for healthcare is ineffective, there's a limit to how the infrastructures we put in place will survive, because it will not be self-sustaining or sustainable. We need to call on our National Assembly to pass the National Health Insurance Scheme into law, revising so that we begin to address that sector. I think if we do these two things, focus on security, this theft we're suffering in the oil and gas area is theft to national economy. This 10% of our projected revenue from oil and gas lost to theft, to thieves. And also, let's deal with this. We've seen from the pandemic that indeed health is wealth. I believe that we deal with these two, we make progress. On the whole, I want to commend the federal government. A lot has happened, and I do say to my friends, at times I don't think they get credit for all the great things that have happened. If you look at the health insurance bill and the Finance Act, the Finance Act is such a wonderful piece of initiative that this government has put in place, and it's one that I don't think many people yet realize. But it fixed a lot of problems, and I commend the President, the Vice President, the Finance Minister, and all those who have made this great initiative work. It's also good that we commend our leaders when they're doing the right things, so they're encouraged to do more of such things. The KAMA that someone spoke to before is a great initiative that has happened. I mean, great. A company has been incorporated in one day, and it never used to happen before. And, we need to also accept the fact that property laws are quite respected in Nigeria. And these are things that drive investors. When you want to invest in a place, you want to invest in a place where you can move your money in and move it out easily, and also where property right is well respected. That we have in Nigeria, and that is one of the things that encourages our group to keep investing in this sector in Nigeria. Most of our investment, we do invest a lot and continue to do so. The Vice President spoke about the tax infrastructure scheme. You know, the Transcorp Group, I happen to be chairman of Transcorp Group. Transcorp Group is a beneficiary of this. We have 13.5 kilometer link road in Rivers State, the Oyibo Afam link road, which the president has approved for Transcorp to also develop the road, to open up the road. Initiatives like this, I think, should be commended, and they're good for development. We need the private sector to be involved in helping to develop and create infrastructure in our country. I think what we have heard today about encouragement by BPE, inviting the private sector, both local and foreign, to invest in critical infrastructure is very important. We see a government, from our own experience, that is extremely supportive of private sector investment. We have seen this firsthand, and I think if we continue like this, we will eventually address all these challenges and make Nigeria great in our lifetime. But let's fix security and some of these infrastructural challenges that we talked about. On the whole, I invest in Nigeria, and I encourage my friends to invest in Nigeria. And I said before, nowhere else will get the kind of return on investment as we get in our investment in Nigeria. And while some of our friends believe in investing abroad, some of us believe in investing more and more and more in Nigeria, because it's safe, it's protected, and the returns on investment are quite high here. Thanks to BPE for organizing this event. I wish we had more time to say more. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Tony Elumelu, Commander of the Order of the Niger. Sorry, can I just indulge and ask 2 more minutes of your time? Perhaps you could say a few words with this audience about the Tony Elumelu Foundation, the impact on entrepreneurship in Africa.
Thank you very much, Andrew. You know, basically, my colleagues, family, and I believe that at some point, the true legacy that defines all of us as human beings is how we help others to become equally successful. I have seen firsthand. I'm born and bred in Africa, a local boy from Nigeria here, who schooled, educated, everything in Nigeria, local champion, so to speak. And I have seen firsthand what poverty can do. And I have also seen what economic hope and opportunity can do for people. So I have been a beneficiary of luck. And I felt that at some point we should help to democratize luck. We should help to create opportunity, economic hope for people, create opportunity for people. That's what led to the founding of the Tony Elumelu Foundation and the endowment with $100 million to help support people, Nigerians and non-Nigerians alike, on a yearly basis, give them non-refundable seed capital of $5,000 so that we can all democratize prosperity. We can all work together to create jobs for our young ones, help to alleviate poverty, and help our continent and our country to indeed develop. When people have economic hope, they won't go into extremism. It is lack of economic hope that creates extremism and make people want to take their lives. This is what we are committed to eradicating. And the good thing is that a lot of people are coming together. We are partnering. I saw AFDB spokesperson not long ago. I'm happy to say AFDB also are supporting at least 1,000 young Africans, which was about $5 million. You know, and we have partnership with UNDP supporting the Sahel region, doing a lot in that area. And it's a bold and ambitious program to support, I think, 100,000 young Africans from the Sahel region. We have the International Red Cross supporting people from Niger Delta and the northeastern part of Nigeria, where Boko Haram has been menacing, causing a havoc. So these are part of partner. And recently, the EU has come in with $25 million to support young female Africans, about 3,000 of them across Africa for this year alone. We hope it will grow beyond this year. So a lot is happening, and we are indeed happy that the enabling environment is there. our business is doing well, and then the opportunity to continue to support the young entrepreneurs so that collectively all of us will lift ourselves, our people, and our continent out of poverty. Coupled also what we're doing in the power sector to help power Nigeria to prosperity. We think they're all interwoven, and it's a good opportunity to be playing a role in this. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Mr. Tony Elumelu, for all you've done, and I hope everyone in the House remembers the phrase "democratize luck." I think it's brilliant.